Here is someone else's desk fan. A slight draft for giant places. This is a Brookstone product. For those that aren't familiar with Brookstone, Brookstone was a brand that existed in the 2000s. I remember it existing into the early 2010s. I have no idea if it still exists today or not. I'd be willing to bet it probably does not, or has seriously fallen out of favor. Back in the day, there was a catalog, and this is going back, 15, 20 years ago into the 2000s. There used to be a catalog that Brookstone would send out. It was like a paper magazine, and they had all this different stuff in there, and they also had a physical store in the mall, and that I'm sure has got to be gone by now. But they sold a lot of kind of like quirky products, a lot of like so-called high tech, if you will. Again, 2000s era kind of stuff. As far as the quality goes, I think it was regarded as like a decent quality brand. I imagine the stuff was probably overpriced. Some of the stuff was definitely form over function and designed to sell based off of this flashy high-tech kind of concepts as opposed to just a basic, reliable, functional product. This fan is something I received for my birthday in the very early 2000s. I remember using this a decent amount. Oh, let's see here. Since 1965. So the brand has been around for quite some time. Advanced aerodynamic design with open finger-shaped blades creates a big breeze. It's a very interesting looking product. I believe this is a replica of some older model. I know I've seen them. I know there was a real old fan, probably 60s era or older, that had a design similar to this, and that's what it's modeled after. I'm sure somebody in the comments box can tell me what that fan was, or just write something stupid that serves no purpose, which seems to be what happens more often than not. Anyways, the box looks like a stupid stink bug pooped on the corner of it, which is kind of a shame. So I'll try to clean that off. Otherwise, it's in pretty good shape. It is starting to yellow, though. Look at that. Not good. I haven't used this in years. I don't even know if I ever did a video on this or not. If I did, it would have been so long ago that it's probably time for a better quality remake anyways. So here it is sitting in the box. It's got this hilariously large and grounded cord for a tiny little desk fan. And I guess I probably put that back in there the way it originally came, so I'll try to keep note of that. And take this out, and here's the fan. Bearings are a little bit stiff. Hopefully they'll free up as it runs, because this is, I'm pretty sure this is totally non-user serviceable. I don't think there's any way to service this. It's a shame, because I'd be very interested to see what the motor looked like. It's a Class B, interestingly enough. 0.15 amps, made in China. Ooh. And the blade says something on the back of it. It says, warning, replace damaged blade. Blade may inflict eye injury. Oh, that's great. Good to know. Let's go ahead and turn this on and aim it right at ourselves, and it might cause eye injury. What a thing to write on there. So it's in very good condition still. It's very shiny. It's only 1 speed. So right now we are testing with 117 volts. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Well, it's not working very well. I certainly remember it running a lot faster than that. It's probably because the bearings are stiff. This probably uses a little shaded pole, right? Power factor 0.68, 69. Yeah, so it uses a little shaded pole and it's not going to have enough torque to get it going. Hopefully it'll free up in a minute. Right now it's pulling 15 the watts, 0.18 amps. If I recall correctly, this went pretty fast. It's a little out of balance. It is very quiet. It's almost inaudible. And it's actually moving a decent amount of air. I can feel a noticeable breeze up to about 3 feet away from it. I can hear it's picking up speed now. It's still pretty stiff though. Still 15 the watts, 0.18 amps. Power factor went up to 0.71, which is still pretty abysmal. I would guess it probably has one of those like little 2-pole rounded shaded pole motors. I think it's pretty much up to speed now. Blades have decent pitch to them. Yeah, I think that's up to speed now. Now I can feel the air moving about 5 feet away from it still. And it is very quiet. It is very quiet. It is out of balance. I don't know if it was always like that or it's just the blade is warped or whatever, I don't know. So our final power information is going to be 117 the volts, 0.16 amps, 14 the watts, with a power factor of 0.75. Yeah, the bearings are freeing up a little bit more. I guess I should let this run for a while. Now, it's definitely an interesting fan. Probably are not very many of these left. I'm glad I have one and that it's in good condition. I do remember this one, using this back in the 2000s when I first got it. Definitely an interesting little piece.